Hey football fans, welcome back to the U.S. Army All-American Bowl Selection Tour Highlight Show presented by Adidas. We've got ourselves a fantastic group of athletes to talk about. Athletes that you'll see live on January 4th, 2014 on NBC in the premier high school football all-star game. This week, we had 8 elite athletes from across the country honored by our West and Midwest Selection Tour teams. Let's start out with the West Selection Tour team that really tacked on the miles this week with trips up and down the West Coast. We'll begin with the beautiful Pacific Northwest and Bellevue, Washington's Buda Baker, the 3rd U.S. Army All-American from Bellevue High School. This DB is a top 5 ranked athlete nationally and the first overall recruit in the state of Washington, with staggering stats from a year ago. 14 rushing touchdowns, 5 receiving scores, 6 interceptions, with 2 of them taken back to the crib. Oregon, UCLA, and the hometown Huskies of Washington are all in the mix. Now let's head down I-5 to Central Catholic High School in Portland, Oregon, where D lineman Connor Humphreys met the West team for his event. Almost 6'4", almost 270 pounds, almost a superhero, committed to the Sun Devils of Arizona State in August. Nefe Lielo, you should probably lay low if you're trying to block this 6'5", 285-pound masher on the defensive line. A Capital Christian product, the Sacramento, California native is verbally committed to Stanford, where he'll hope to put up numbers like he did the last 2 years. 181 tackles, 43 for a loss, 8.5 sacks, and 3 forced fumbles. Athleticism rating? How about 9 out of 9? Beast. The final stop for the West team was another California product, the #1 all-purpose running back in the country, 12th rated player overall, and the highest rated Californian, Joe Mixon. 50 scholarship offers. His top 5 includes Oklahoma, Cal, Washington, Wisconsin, and Oregon in no particular order. You can bet he'll be mixing it up wherever he lands for the next 4 years. What a talent. Moving back east, the Midwest team had a fearsome foursome of their own. We'll start with Alan Lazard, repping Urbandale High School in Iowa. A shade under 6'5", 207 pounds, runs a 4.6 40-yard dash. No, I'm not detailing an Olympian. He's a wide receiver with unbelievable athletic prowess. With family ties to Iowa State, he verbally committed to become a Cyclone in December of 2012. Look out, Big 12. Some analysts say he's the most complete wideout in his class and the top-ranked player in Iowa, top 10 receiver nationally. Now for a trifecta from the great state of Illinois. Offensive lineman Nick Allegretti will get us started. This center has been the center of attention for the Fighting Illini in recent months, as he verbally committed last spring. He'll look to continue his dominance in the Big Ten next fall. Another big fella down in the trenches is Brian Allen, O-lineman from Hinsdale Central High School. Second-ranked center in his class, he verbally committed to Sparty and the Michigan State squad last April. And rounding out this week's lineup is Niles Morgan from Crete-Monee High School. Savage middle linebacker, 6'3", 230 pounds of warrior, 242 tackles the last 2 years combined. Look for another 100 at least this fall. SEC on his mind, Vanderbilt and Ole Miss sit atop his list, with Florida, Tennessee, and Texas A&M not far behind, and a total of 35 interested schools. Parents of the athletes from Oregon, Iowa, and Illinois received the Dream Protector Award from American Family Insurance, recognizing that they're instrumental in protecting the dreams of their sons Connor Humphreys, Alan Lazard, Nick Allegretti, Niles Morgan, and Brian Allen. Check this out. Joe Mixon, Nick Allegretti, and Connor Humphreys all perfected their technique at Football University during their high school careers. FBU is an invite-only camp for the best youth and high school players around the world. To find out how to be like these All-Americans, log on to www.footballuniversity.org. Thanks again to our principal sponsors of the Selection Tour, the United States Army and American Family Insurance. And this week, we're highlighting Zenith, the official helmet provider of the U.S. Army All-American Bowl. Be sure to turn your dial to NBC on Saturday, January 4th, 2014 for the U.S. Army All-American Bowl, live from the Alamo Dome in beautiful San Antonio, Texas. Don't forget to check us out on social media, including Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. And a special thanks to all of our sponsors here this week. Be sure to watch next week when we visit Maryland, South Carolina, Washington, Indiana, Missouri, and Colorado for stud athletes that will soon be playing on Saturdays and Sundays. Until next week, I'm Tyler Olson.